Welcome once more to the Jamaican cooking journey. If you're new, welcome and thank you. If you're an oldie but goodie, manners and respect. On today's video, I'm going to show you how to make brown stewed chicken another way. I've done the original old time, long time one where grandmother had done. It is clocking 1.2 million plus. So you can go check that one out. I've given you maybe a 2 or so other ones. Now I'm gonna give you another one. So I have my chicken all seasoned and I'm keeping the skins on. It's leg and thigh. You can use breast, you can use wing, you can debone, you can do what you please. Now today I am going to be doing the brown stew chicken a different way for you. So I've got my skillet here all fired up. If you're using a stainless steel skillet, you got to put a little more than the normal amount of oil because it sticks easily. If you're using a cast iron or what's that other one, that other one there, ceramic, yeah. So when you brown the chicken, you're gonna get some extra grease, so we can easily strain that off, and I'll show you how. It's been heated relatively hot on the medium, and I'm gonna start with the thigh, putting the skin side down. We are trying to acquire some nice pretty brown color, and we're gonna be doing it a different way, as I say to you. So we're putting in our chicken, and we're gonna let them brown in a no hurry. We're gonna let them brown, or if you want to call it fry, whatever, on each side, relatively on a slow heat, slow and low. We are gonna let them brown, not on a high. Medium is the highest, not high. So we're gonna, that enable it to be browned off and add some juice left with it. Now, as opposed to be making the brown stew part of it, I'll show you how I do it in a different way and what I use. So we are about to turn it now. So you see, yeah. So remember to put the skin side down, like for thighs, you know, legs, skin all over. You see that nice brown color, and as it acquires this brown color, it is building that fond in there. But with stainless steel, you got to know what you're doing, and you don't have to get it browned all the way through like the other one. We're just gonna brown it 3/4 of a way. So this is it, and when we're gonna let the other side take some color. You notice this side was getting a little more. That's how stainless steel is, most of them. So we are using the stainless steel today. So we are getting some extra grease, but we will strain the extra grease. And if you notice, I did not season with my scallion and thyme and all of that today. I'll just run it a different way. We're going to have these, get some more color on the other side, and then we are going to come back to show you how to make it. Raise it down. This is the round, stew, different way. Okay, so I've removed my chicken pieces. And you see I add a whole lot of grease. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to strain off the grease. I don't want any of the grease, or, you know, like just a small amount. So I've removed most of my grease. I'm left with this fond. Okay, I have some scallions and thyme. I have already seasoned with cayenne pepper. So I'm going to bump my flame up. Not too high this time either, still on the medium. And I'm gonna start using these. You could add some chopped onions. I don't have onions, so I'm using scallion. You see how it's taking up all of that fond there? Yeah, on the low scallion and the thyme. If you want to put bell peppers, you can. If you want to put, but you know, I know that the scallions has enough flavor to do this for me. Yeah, so using our scallions, saute them while it's taking up the fond right here. Alright, let's do this and come right back as the onions get cooked off, and also lift the fond, all those flavors. Next flip. So I'm using some hot water. You know, so we always have a kettle with hot water. We're gonna bump our flame up now, and I'm gonna rinse out the seasoning bowls. So you could use some chicken stock if you please. Bump our flame up and let it come to a boil. Not too high of a boil, yeah, to dry it out, yeah. And it smells so heavenly with just the scallions on the thyme. And as I say, you can add some chopped onions too, but you know, scallion, it really gives a blessed flavor. It really gives a good flavor. And we did season. We'll put what we season with on the screen. Now, you know my normal seasonings already though. But it doesn't matter what you season with. It's just the method I want to show you. Okay? In here now, let's get down to low. We're going to add some tomato sauce. We're making the gravy now. So we're going to make a lot. So all the long belly gravy people in today, them are going to get to it. We're going to add some tomato sauce. Get back your flame up a little. Yeah. Make sure the tomato sauce is all, yeah. Get it up a little. Get your flame up a little. Make sure the tomato sauce is well embedded. We're making a sauce right here. We're going to add a little soy sauce. We're going to add some ketchup. The ketchup, you want to put about 1/8 of a cup or a little less. That is going to add some sweetness too, because the ketchup is relatively sweet. You're going to add like a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and I'm eyeballing that. That should be a tablespoon. I'm going to add, you can add some fresh ginger, but I'm going to add a little ginger powder. You can add some smashed ginger, yeah, to enhance the flavor. So I'm just going to put a little ginger powder. Right, that should be it. We're going to add to this some Worcestershire. Not Worcestershire, you could add Worcestershire. This here is, what's this one now? This one is oyster. Not too much, you know, because this, you know, it's salty. Yeah. You want to taste for your salt perfection and your flavoring. Remember, you season your meat with salt. And at this point, we're going to add some water or some stock. So this is how this gravy is right now, with just scallions and thyme. We're going to put in 2 pegs of smashed garlic. This is how it is. It's, you see it? It's watery like. So you want to at this time taste for your salt perfection, depending on brand of stuff that you're using, brand of ketchup, brand, and depending on the amount that you put. You might have a tangy taste. If you do, you balance it out with a little sugar or honey, or if you have whatever you use as your sweetener. So I'm going to taste to see if I need to balance out. Not much, you know. Not much of a balancing. So I just put just that of a sugar in there. Not much, yeah. And you're going to put your meat pieces in there. You see the chicken is not fully cooked, you see, yeah, but we're going to use those juices because we need them in there. So we're going to put this in there. You could have more chicken, but we're just doing this today. Yeah, so if you have a big family, you can just do more. You don't want to throw this out. You want to just pour this back in there. Let it sit on that medium, yeah. Make sure it's at medium. So you're going to come now. And you're going to start spoon this over and let it stay there and cook, you're gonna get this juicy, succulent brown stew. So you're gonna come each time and you're gonna be basting it, like, you know, basting it. And we're gonna cover, of course we're gonna cover. So our long belly gravy people, today for them there. We're gonna cook until this sauce is reduced and the chicken has become so succulent and so tasty. I'll catch you in the next clip. Here we go. Still on the low. Coming back here to baste. You can turn too if you want, yeah. We're gonna cook until it's all reduced. Don't mind you see it looking white. As it reduces, it gets back the color. So we're gonna turn it over. As it reduces, it gets darkened. And then make sure, say, you get it all good. So we're gonna turn it another time, and you're gonna make sure the gravy is reduced properly. As I always tell you, to put your water to the side. Okay, so you see our garlic or scallion pieces and whatever else you want in there. So we're gonna continue cooking. So we have turned back our chicken pieces over on the next side with the skin side up, and you notice the sauce is getting thicker. Still have some more reducing to do. We don't want to see any water. We're going to reduce it until there is no water, just all gravy when everything's come together. So when you see me next, this will all be finished, and that nice thick, nice, you know, all the long belly gravy people, them that loves the gravy, and oh, the sauce is tasting good. Family, let me tell you something. You don't have to be putting all these powdered seasonings. I'm not knocking them, you know, they all do their job and everybody like it. But you don't have to be putting so much seasoning on your food that you don't even get the good taste of your food. You know, you just put too much. So it's just too much. Mix it with herbs. It's just too much, because these herbs, they have their own aromatic flavor that are so nice. So just mix it with herbs and don't overdo. Use your sauces and all of that. Let us baste. You notice this basting that I'm doing? It's giving the chicken this soft, nice succulence. Shoot them up that. If you look on this chicken, you can see how juicy and how succulent these chicken are. And you just cook on low and slow. You see that? You see that? That fork going down? Yeah. And if you use deboned chicken, because yes, you can use deboned for brown stew as well, of course. You know, debone meaning boneless. Look at it as it cooks, the gravy thickens, and this you just keep basting it. You just keep basting it. The end product will be that beautiful, soft, succulent, tasty brown stew chicken. When you see me next, we'll have this all plated up just for you. Now, cooking fam, we have just turned our flame off and we left it for about 2-3 minutes. I just want you to take a look at this gravy, the finishing. Look at this gravy. Our long belly gravy people, draw near. Now we're going to move it to a serving plate for the table. So you're going to put your pieces. Remember, we have only 4 pieces in us, so if we had more that covered up the pot, we would just present in the pot. But I'm just making sure. Yeah, I just want to show you. You want to remove your thyme. Yeah. Now this is the latter of the gravy. This is the latter. This is another way. I've given you so many different ways. So you just spoon your gravy on for the table, just as how you want to do it. So you want to make sure that this thing is sitting in some gravy. So you put extra brown stew chicken in it. You want to have it sitting in lots of gravy. let's just garnish it off with a little green, extra green scallions for the table, just for the look. Yeah, not too much, not too much. Don't go too much. From my kitchen to yours, from my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your palate, and most of all to your stomach. It's brown stew chicken done differently. And this time we address the long belly gravy people then. Thanks for loving. Thanks for supporting. Remember to make sure that you give me a thumbs up for this video. Remember to watch the ads. Remember to check out my Amazon storefront, the link to hit. Remember to give me some support on my Patreon. Remember to check out my description. There will be the Zelle, PayPal. There's also a number. And we are getting back with our merch. Our merch will be added. I think it's still there, but we're going to revamp it and get it. Remember to follow me on Instagram. Thanks for loving. Thanks for supporting. And most of all, enjoy.